while. Glad to be back. And we placed a bunch of trade. I think it has been 3 days since we last went live, and I've not really been able to eyeball a lot of our trades. But there's good news and bad news, and I'll sharing that in our live stream today. But before that, let's actually take a pause so I can set up some things, post our relevant links in the relevant communities and all that. Okay, guys, had to actually pause and set up some things. So, let's get down to business. I think 3 days ago, I haven't actually been feeling all that fine, so I haven't been able to play some trades. But we're back, and 3 days ago we placed a buy right around here, and I promised I was going to eyeball the trade until we're in profit. The good news is I had a stop loss that was set at 0.0064, and that price level was not hit throughout the entire period while I was eyeballing the trade. And the good news is we're in profit, but it's so minor that I don't really want to close the trade right now. Like, I think we're 0.13% profit, and it's not really impressive, so we're actually going to hold on to our buy. So the topic of today's stream is a simple question: is Mia finally bullish? I mean, we are all hoping it is, but at the end of the day, you actually have to do your analysis to find out whether it's bullish or not. So that's what we're going to come up to as an ending, more of a conclusion in today's live stream. If you're joining this live from any of the communities that I posted this link on, thank you guys for joining in. Please drop a like, drop a subscribe, drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'll respond to all your questions. If I can't do it now, I'll do it at the end of the live stream. So that's it. What are we doing here today, guys? This is the Mia live stream where I trade the Mia token live on BingX and drop updates on the token. If you're new to Mia as a token, Mia is this awesome coin that is based on the Solana blockchain that is the utility token of Mecca. Mecca in this case is a project that is aiming to unify a lot of different digital assets under one banner. So they offer you the chance to pay for and buy webtoons, gaming, a lot of ecosystems that are digital in nature. And the method of payments in these ecosystems is Mia as a utility token. So Mia is the utility token for Mecca as a project. And yeah, that's basically the rundown. So if you want to know more about it, just do your information, do your own research. The link to their project and profile is on my video description. You can join their Telegram, you can join their Twitter and all that if you guys want to find out more about that. So guys, give me a few seconds so I can point out a few more things. And we are back, guys. So I had to set up a few things, but we're back to the live stream. So basically, we're going to be answering two questions in today's stream. Are we finally at a true bottom? And is Mia finally bullish? Because we have had a very, very clear bearish trend over the last few days. And today we're going to figure out whether we are actually at an area where we should expect price to reverse from. If you're joining this live stream from any of the communities as I've said before, drop a like. From the Mecca community, Bingex, Mexi, any of the Nigerian crypto communities, give a shout out in the comment section, rep your area. To actually be very, very, very important. And who knows, maybe if you're actually active enough, you might receive a reward in Mia tokens. So that's it, guys. Let's get into what we have today. First of all, again. First of all, guys, we have had a bunch of price action in the last few days, but like I said, the favorite thing about Mia is that you barely see much of manipulation in the charts. It's usually very, very, very clear, and honestly, it doesn't get much clearer than this. That is why it won't actually be hard for me to answer the question of whether we should be buying or selling continuously today. So let's get to that. On the 1 hour time chart, you can clearly see what has been happening over the last few days on the Mia time frame. You can clearly see that from the area we entered in, which was here, the area we entered our buy on the spot market. Apart from the short spike in our direction that we did not close in profit because I was trying to hold on to it, expecting something more from the market, we actually had this touch and go period. The market sort of blindsided us, but then overall there has been a support and resistance area in between 0.007 and 0.006, more or less. The price has refused to go above or below this zone. Sometimes it goes above it only a few minutes and then spikes back down to the area of entry. So what it means is that this is a very, very, very important zone. Spark trading. This is a very, very important zone. And what happens whenever price gets to this sort of zones is that if price manages to break below it, we're going for a large low, a new low entirely. But if manages to break above it, then we will usually see a reversal in the trend. And here's why I think it's going to be a reversal in the trend, guys. Okay, again, thank you guys for the views and the likes. Awesome. Like I said, if you're in the communities, it will actually mean a lot to me if you rep your communities and tell me exactly where you're joining in from. It will actually make this session more interactive and we can all learn a bit more. But then while you guys work on that, let's get to work on the charts here. So notice how the price has been acting over the last 4 days. Like I said, I remember saying before I placed the last trade that right now price has already reached an area of more or less resistance. And whenever price gets to a resistance level, there's always a bounce back or a pushback, or in this case a reversal. And here is why I feel like this resistance level is going to bet a reversal, because you see the last 4 candles for the last 4 days have been doji candles. Doji candles are this sort of candles that are neither bullish or bearish in and of itself. The color of a doji candle does not matter. If it is red or green or white, whatever, it doesn't matter. A doji candle is characterized by a long wick, a short body, and an even longer wick. And either way, it can be up or down. It doesn't matter the direction it's going in. It's just characterized by a long wick followed by a very small body. So you can see that the last 4 candles have been doji candles. And if you want to be broad about that, you can also see that the last 7 candles have more or less been doji candles. Now, what the doji candle signifies is that depending on the direction of the market, whenever a doji candle occurs, it means that the overall direction of the market is about to change. And seeing as how Mia has been bearish all this time, and we are now having 4 doji candles in the space of 4 days, back to back, I think it means that we are looking at a reversal, especially seeing as we recently bounced back from a major low of 0.00384. So where should we target? Because reversals may be good and all that, but then we have to actually know where it is we're targeting before we actually think about placing trades and all that. So I would think that if this is going to be a reversal like I'm suspecting, then we should target at the very least 0.0160. 0.0160 way over here, which is mostly why I'm still holding on to our buy from that time. If you notice, our buy is still up and running. I don't know how I'm supposed to check that, I haven't really been all that on BingX recently. Okay. All right. All right. So another important thing to note, guys, as of right now, the MIA token is listed only on BingX and MEXC, and it's listed on sports currently. So if you're looking to short it, bad news for you guys. It's not available for you to short yet. So yeah, that's our running, and I'm hoping that it continues to run momentarily until we get to the spots in price that I'm actually expecting it to get to. So I'm going to actually hold on to this trade until we get to the reversal point here. Now, there are three reasons I want to hold on to this area. There are three reasons why I see this area as my preferred area for a reversal. The first is going to be based on the whole overall support and resistance. The first reason is because of the Bollinger Bands and the doji candles that have formed here. So I believe that because of the doji candles, price is going to have a pushback to 0.014 at the very least, because the nearest support zones occurred at 0.011 and 0.013, and coincidentally, whenever price is making a higher high after making a major reversal, it always makes such a massive reversal. So I expect it to actually cover two areas in price, two latest peaks, and these are the two latest peaks I'm seeing here, one down here and the other one up here. So after we pass those two peaks, we enter the price range of 0.014, and that gets us an easy times 3 or times 4 for starting capital. So I'll see you guys when we hit TP, because we are going to hit TP. That is a fact. The question is just how long is it going to take? And I'm a very, very patient trader, guys. Honestly, that's one thing you're going to find out in this live streaming session. I'm extremely patient in order to get what I want and when I want it. So let's get into our indicator trading today. I promised that I will share some more insights on how to use indicators to trade for those guys that are not actually all that conversant with trading lingo and all that. Honestly, guys, trading can be very, very tiring. I'm not going to lie, but if you figure it out, it can be one of the best things you can do with your free time. Honestly, whether I want it as a job, a hobby, is actually very, very fun. So the indicator I'll be throwing insights on now is something I've actually thrown insights on a lot of times, but I've gotten some questions in my comment section, so I'm actually going to clarify how it's being used right now in the live stream. The indicator is known as the Bollinger Band indicator, and you just saw me put it on when I tapped the button here. You see, I tapped it again and it has disappeared. I tap it again and it comes on. The Bollinger Band is made up of two moving averages and a middle moving average. So more or less, it's made up of one moving average and two conversant lines that are following it. Now, I don't exactly know how it works on a mathematical basis, because that's for nerds, honestly. But I use the Bollinger Band a lot of the time. Basically, how it works is it sort of shows you the volume in the market. When the Bollinger Band contracts, it means that the market is gearing up for a big move, and when it expands, it means the market is relatively stable. So the Bollinger Band can show you volume, the amount of volume in the market at the particular time. The second thing the Bollinger Band does is to show you the amount of overbought or oversold areas in the market. For example, let me show you this example. When price moves above the Bollinger Band, there's always a correction to the downside. And when price moves below the Bollinger Band, there's always a correction to the upside. Look at this, guys. Now you see price was making steady ranges all over here, and then broke out here and broke above the Bollinger Band with a second candle and a first candle. And what happened after that? A fall in price, another fall, another fall, another fall, until it stabilized inside the Bollinger Band. Now, if you still don't get it, if you don't believe that the strategy works, look at what happened here again. When price broke below the Bollinger Band, price pushed up, up, higher, 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 made higher highs all the way to the top layer here. So the Bollinger Band is a strategy that works if you pair it with other strategies like price action and other things. So That's basically it, guys, for the Bollinger Band, and that's what I usually use in training when I'm feeling too lazy to do steady analysis. So if you were to put a gun to my head and ask me to trade the Mia token, I will probably make my analysis based on the Bollinger Band. So I'm going to have to put a pin on this, guys, and deal with some matters. But when we come back, we'll get to the group chat and actually connect with some of the community members on Mecca and find out what their insights are on the strategy and the token and all that. Let's find out who has been going long throughout these few days, and see if anyone has been making profits behind our backs, because these guys, they sly. They like making profits without letting us know. Okay, guys. Sorry for the delay. I had to actually deal with the punch. Again, I'm loving the likes, I'm loving the energy, but if you guys would put that energy into comments, I would really appreciate it. I'm seriously lacking on the comment section here, guys. Like, I appreciate the views, I appreciate commenting and watching, but it doesn't really mean much if you guys aren't asking me questions I'm answering. So it either means I'm doing a very good job explaining how to trade me and what mecha is, or you guys are being lazy. So drop a few questions. Like, okay, if you're not going to drop a few questions, just let me know what community are you joining us from. Like, what community are you joining us from? That's very, very, very important, guys. I just want to know where my links are being most effective at. Who are my listeners and where are they coming from, basically? I don't think that is too much to ask, guys. Please, please, please do me that favor. So today's trading is basically just a continuation of our last stream's trading, a trade I've held for over 3 days now without closing. And my conviction is on three levels of conviction. I don't even know why I repeated that twice, but it's based on three levels, guys. The first one is we are at an area that I believe is a support zone that is going to turn into, sorry, when I say resistance, yeah, call it the support or reason, whatever, is an area of interest that I believe is going to form price structure that will lead us to a reversal, basically giving us a times two or times three of our investment, which I am holding on to with that intent. The second reason is because the Bollinger Band shows us that right now price is relatively stable, but it's contracted. So because the Bollinger Band is contracted, it means volume is accumulating here, which means we're going to see a big push in MIA's price action in the next few days. So, keep your eyes peeled, set alerts on Bingeg to make see whatever you use, comment what you use down here. But then don't take my word for it. Let's see what Mecca's community has to say about the price action of MIA in the past few days. Whoa. let's see. While we're waiting for a response on that, let's continue with our stream, guys. So the thing with Bing X is that it's very, very, very secure. So when you're getting access to the app, you actually have to sign in virtually every time. So it has its own hassles, but I think it's a small price to pay if you're ensuring the safety of your assets. So maybe you should consider it. So I'm just putting some finishing touches to our entry, ensuring everything is great and all that. Checking to see if there's anything I've missed, something that could make our entry go to shit overnight. Oh, so far so good. Things are looking positive. Things are looking positive, guys. I think we can and should hold on to this trade. So yeah, if you think we should not hold on to this trade, comment why in the chats. I promise I always listen to everyone's opinions as long as you make it reasonable and I can understand what you're saying. So just explain why you think we should not hold on to this trade and yeah, we'll read out and we'll actually address it. But this trade looks like a winner and yeah, that's it. We're going to hold on to this trade, guys. So far so good. So, it's a quick summary of all the trades we have had in our live streams recently. We have had 2 wins, 2 break-evens, and 1 loss overall. So, this is our 5th trade, more or less. A lot of our trades were held over the course of 2 or more live streams. So, we actually intend to make the best out of the scenario. Right now, I believe that we are making the best out of this trade because it's actually going places. Like I said, our TP is quite a far one. We're aiming for 0.14, and right now we're at 0.0072. So that is times 2 at the very least, and I expect huge things from this trade. So that's it. Again, guys, I would appreciate comments and more likes. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for bringing us this far. If you guys can take us even further, I would appreciate it immensely, guys. So basically it, we are at a point in Mia's price structure where we are largely overdue for a reversal. If you look at price structure for the past few days, you see that nothing of this sort has occurred like it's occurring now. Everything is ready. The market is geared up for a major reversal, and this is alt season, guys. Like, there's no bigger reason to have this reversal than right now. I mean, look at the 15-minute chart. You can clearly see the whole uncertainty that price is picking up. ranging at a different price range between 0.007 and 0.006. It's clear that price does not know where to go, and from all indications, it's most likely going to decide to go up because the bulls are taking over, and it's only a matter of time before they take complete control of the markets continuously. And when that happens, it's just a matter of where can we go next. And again, guys, I don't know if I've mentioned this a lot in the live stream, but if you're not holding a token that is sitting at over $1 million capitalization and is not even listed on Binance or Bybit yet, I don't really know what you're doing. You're on the losing end here, because a token like this is something that actually comes up once in a while before it becomes highly overvalued. And right now, Mia is undervalued, and there's no reason why you should not be holding it. Oh, look at that. We're already up 0.4%. But then that's not what I'm really here for. We have a higher TP in mind, and until we hit that, we're not going to stop trading, guys. So again, thank you guys, everyone that came to watch the live, everyone that clicked on the links, everyone that logged on, everyone that liked, everyone that commented. I appreciate you guys, honestly. I'm not going to forget about this. Would appreciate more likes though, so we can actually push this stream forward. But apart from that, you guys have been awesome. Drop a comment. Where are you coming from? Where did you join from? I would really appreciate all of that. So that's basically it, guys. We went from being up 0.4% to being up 0.5%. A clear indication that today's trade is taking off. Now, do I expect the reversal to happen today? Probably not. I'm a trader, I'm being realistic. There's probably going to be a little bit more up and down with the price. Now, if it was listed on Mexi, I would probably short here because there is a resistance level here. So price is actually going to push down a bit. However, if the price actually manages to close above it in this 1 hour chart, I expect a major push up. So we're actually going to get profit in this zone, but then we can't close this trade now because the profit we're getting is insignificant to the amount of money that we're actually placing the trade on. So our take profit is quite high and our stop loss is quite low. So let's just let it ride and see which one happens first. So that's basically it, guys. Thanks for joining today's live stream. Really appreciate you guys. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the views, thanks for everything. I really appreciate it, guys. So you got any questions, drop it in the comment section. Tell me where you watch the live stream from. I would really appreciate it, and I will drop reward for anyone that actually does that. So I think there should be an incentive for you guys. When I don't really try, you guys have really tried that for me and for yourselves. So that's it. Trading me alive on Bing X. If there's anything you want to see on my next live stream, just drop the comment section. Any method you want to see, any form of analysis you want, I can run it and I will run it. I just want to know what you guys want so I can deliver what you guys want.